I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed myself harder. Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
She's a hero. Without her, Lucanus would never have gotten his shot at Gillenane. And Bellara. If she hadn't gotten rid of those wards, we wouldn't have made it in time.
We'll get her back. Whatever we do.
Damn right we will. I sent my own messages to the Wardens before you came back. Haven't heard from them.
Hope we do. It's gonna be a pain to fight a blighted god with only 2 of us Wardens.
Come on. They'll be carving statues of us in Lavendel after this. But in all seriousness, we left Lavendel a better place than when we found it. Evka and Antoine are leading the other Wardens now. If they get your call, they'll be ready. I've been thinking about our oaths lately. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance.
In death, sacrifice.
Sometimes I think us Wardens focus too much on that last part. After we go to Minrathous and kill the last archdemon in the world, I want to hear Evka and Antoine's thoughts on rebuilding the Order. We have to change. And I trust those 2 more than any officer you can name. Hassan missed you while you were gone.
Did he?
I kept finding him prowling around your room, or sleeping on your couch. At first I thought it was leftover food, but nope. He was trying to figure out where you'd gone.
Well, I'm here now, boy.
Ready to go whenever you are. Ready to go whenever you are.
It's been days, but I still expect Val to burst in here with a question or theory to share. And Harding. It was just you, me, her, and Varric. We're the only ones left who were there at the start. We were never getting out of this unscathed, but every hit hurts. Rook, I don't know how Solus made you forget what happened to Varric. If I'd known, I should have caught it. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure it could be caught.
Maybe, but still. Add it to my list of reasons to stop him.
So, Minrathous.
It's bad. Solus may have helped, but we can't trust that's benevolent. And inside, I don't even know who's made it. Rana is careful, but she'll put others before herself, no matter the cost. Viper, Tarquin, they're fighters, but Halos, Cedar, I don't know. Whatever's happening out there, it's echoing here, in the Fade. The other day, I found wisps under my desk. They were hiding.
You're sure?
Had a strong feeling. I gave them an inkpot and some parchment with scribbled notes. It calmed them a little. If they felt safe here, I couldn't make them leave. People need us. It's time to show up. People need us.
Abundance.
You? You! You must be so pleased with yourself.
What the? Hezenkos?
Of course it's me! Reduced to explain myself to Emmerich Volkaren's companions.
Rook, dearest, please trust me. I must take you to the necropolis before we confront Elganon.
I trust you, Emmerich.
Thank you, darling.
Did we have to risk visiting the necropolis?
I needed its subtler enchantments to detect what we must know. There's no mark of the cursed Solus left on you. Darling, I thought I'd lost you forever in the Fade.
If you and the others hadn't pulled me out. Know what I kept thinking in the Fade, Emmerich? I wasn't afraid I'd die. I was afraid I'd be there forever.
You're not. You're here with me.
I did have someone to come back to.
Rook? I was going to fetch some breakfast. Would you like anything? Come again?
What time is it?
It's nearly dawn. I've been up for an hour.
If you didn't have stately good looks, this would be a problem.
Is that yes to breakfast?
Maybe later. Peaceful down here. You could almost pretend nothing's wrong up top.
When I'm with you, it feels as if there isn't.
That's sweet.
I do mean it. Whatever's in store for us, together, my darling. That's how we'll face it.
I know.
Tash and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often, but they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
All of Thadis owes Lace Harding a debt she would never have even considered.
We'll do her proud in Minrathous.
And against Elganon. It is once more the eve before we face a god. I couldn't begin to do this without you, darling. Once we triumph in Minrathous, there are such things I would show you. After we've dealt with Elganon, we must search for Belara. I'll not leave that poor girl wherever that monster jailed her.
No news on what happened to her?
No. I'd attempt scrying, but the Fade is in an uproar.
If we can find her, we will. Emmerich, how are things in Navarra?
Outbreaks of malicious spirits, panic at the eclipse. The Watchers are helping keep order. Fortunately, we're not as vulnerable to darkspawn as some other kingdoms.
Why not?
Oh, it's impossible to blight the dead. But with time, even Navarra may be overrun.
When Gillenane died, it was like the Fade spilled into the real world for a moment.
A small taste of what Solus would have done if you hadn't stopped him from tearing down the Veil back when this started.
It was a team effort. Me, Harding, Nev, and Varric.
We ask you to plunge back into battle without a proper chance to mourn. I wish I'd known Master Tethras. That you had such kind memories of him speaks of a gentle heart. I'm relieved beyond measure that we took the time to visit Blackthorn Manor, Rook. Given Johanna's partnership with the Venatori, I'm sure they would have eagerly employed her bone construct had we not stopped her.
Puh. I'll have to put together something more useful once I'm out of here.
We've already discussed the likelihood of this, Johanna. I'll be ready whenever you are, dearest.
What disaster's unfolding out there now?
Well, the moon... You know what? Emmerich will tell you.
Get Valkaran on it. I'm not spending the rest of my existence orbiting the ruins of your hideout.
Hey, Varric. Are you busy? I came to apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm always apologizing for something. I should have seen this sooner. I should have known. Or maybe I did. And I just didn't want it to be true. I really wish you were here. Who's gonna put up with all my self-doubts and listen to me ramble when things go wrong? You never did finish telling me the story about Isabella and the Arashok. Anyway, thank you for putting me on your team, for being the voice in my head that told me I was good enough when I didn't believe it. So, I'll go out there and do this. For you. And Harding. And Bellara. And everyone else we've lost. Goodbye, Varric. I know where to find you if I need you.
She saved us. Saved me. She was so small and so strong.
I'm sorry, Tosh.
Just like my mother. I knew it was a mistake. Everyone I love dies. But what you said was right. She'd want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'll burn down anything in our way. The Antam and Ravain have gone berserk. They're killing anything that moves. Be a lot worse if the Dragon King were leading them. The lords have kept them away from cities and towns so far. You saved a lot of lives when you helped me put him down. Elgarnon lost it after you disappeared. He raged about us killing Gillenane. Brought down a huge pillar of fire on the island. We barely got away in time. A lot of Antam didn't. It burned so bright that we all saw purple for hours. Turned the whole island to glass. Let me know when it's time. I'm ready.
There was no trace of you. Harding, you were just... gone. You didn't give up when I was lost, because friends don't give up on each other. And if you're still out there, we will find you, whatever it takes.
Despite the cost, Gillenane is dead. We should still count it a victory.
I knew you wouldn't miss twice. Are you okay?
I'm well, though that was no ordinary death blow. I assure you that striking down a god is not something any killer can mistake. That is worth remembering, given we still have 2 gods to destroy. Now comes the fight for those we can still save. The crows have been busy in Treviso. The blight was bad enough, but making sure we cleaned up all the governor's comic. Mierda. We should rebuild the city with a new monument, Evenchi's Folly, 10 stories high. If we must live in the shadow of their mistakes, it should at least be decorative. When you are ready to end this, Spite and I will be at your side. When you are ready to end this, Spite and I...
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elganon today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
We're with you, Rook.
Elganon dies today.
Whatever it takes.
Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elganon is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril. Emmerich, can we count on more watch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Warden will be there. We follow Warden Rook today.
The Antivan crows are ready to pay their respects.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
The Veil Jumpers have been in this since the beginning, and will be there for the end.
Solus is our first target. Without his dagger, we can't kill Elganon.
Our scouts last spotted him working with the Shadow Dragons in the western section of Hightown.
Okay, we go in through Hightown.
How? Minrathous was built to fight off an army, even before Elganon reinforced the defenses. Every gate will be guarded.
Worse than that. Our scouts reported that the Venatori sealed all the gates with those damn warding crystals.
Can the Veil Jumpers disable them all?
Venatori magic won't be a problem.
It's still likely to take time. You may need assistance or someone to protect you while you unravel the wards.
Nev, I want you helping the Veil Jumpers.
You've got it.
The Venatori at that gate will be commanded by a war mage. That's how they usually operate.
If we get rid of the commander, the rest of the Venatori will scatter. Can the crows cut the head off the snake?
Contract accepted.
There's gonna be a lot of guards between you and her. The Lords can clear you a path.
And one of us should be there as well.
Tosh, you're with the crows.
Yes.
One last thing might give the crows some trouble. There's a massive construct tall enough to crush buildings. It's guarding the main gate.
A juggernaut. Giant siege constructs built to withstand the Anton, or anyone else who came calling.
We're gonna need our heaviest forces against that juggernaut. Evka.
The Grey Wardens have fought ogres and archdemons. We can handle this.
The Morn Watch will lend aid, but against something as large as this juggernaut, we'll require further assistance. Rook?
Lucanis, you're with the Wardens.
Done.
Davrin, Emmerich, you're with me. We make a run at the gate, get inside, and find Solus. The rest of you get to the Blight Tendril. Once we've got the dagger, we'll meet you there and take the fight to Elganon. I believe in this team, in all of us. So let's get it done. We go on my signal. In war, victory! Attack! Let's go!
Focus on the wards!
must leave, Rook! Poor Lucanus. And Spite as well.
I know. Come on. We need to push forward.